Mayor Becker, we are very pleased and honored that you're here. We appreciate all of our panelists waiting for so long a time, but we really want to hear from you. So why don't you proceed?
Thank you, Chairwoman Boxer and members of the committee. I appreciate very much the opportunity to appear before you today to discuss this most important topic to my city, and I know to so many communities across the country. Just by way of background, by training, I'm an environmental lawyer and planner. I've worked in government and the private sector for over 30 years in this general arena, and currently have the great privilege and joy, really, of serving as the mayor of the wonderful city of Salt Lake. We have been focused, as many cities have across the country, on transportation and climate change and what we can do to contribute to solutions to the growing global warming crisis that we face. Salt Lake City is unique and really gives us, I think, a chance to have a unique view of the effects of climate change. We are a valley, beautiful valley that is surrounded by peaks that rise over 7,000 feet above our valley floor. And we see the changes as it relates to climate change today, I think, to the surprise of me and many people. And we find ourselves preparing to adapt as best we can long term to the effects of climate change. The climate change issue for us is one that requires a comprehensive approach, one that is accomplished at all levels of government, and one that looks at all sectors of the economy and our society. The American Clean Energy and Security Act is passed by the House, which certainly I commend, I know many others do, recognizing the challenges you face. It really misses a key component from our perspective in the transportation sector. I want to talk just briefly a bit in terms of some things that we're doing in Salt Lake City. We have taken a multimodal approach. We are building, as near as I can tell, is faster than about anywhere in this country, a rail system that includes 2 light rail lines in place, a commuter rail line that opened earlier this year, and we have 70 miles of rail under construction as we speak. We have also, since I've been in office, multiplied times 10 the amount of money we're putting into bikeways. And we're looking comprehensively at land use and other efforts in a sustainability ordinance that, as near as I can tell, again, is the first in this country as a comprehensive sustainability ordinance. We are also looking at the next steps for us, which is a major investment in streetcars. We're looking at 3 streetcar lines, different lines that really in a way serve slightly different purposes in our city, and some of them we hope, and we hope, of course, the federal government can help us here, that we are really within a year of initiating. We also, as I mentioned, have done work with bikes and bikeways. We've got a bike sharing program that's about to start. We have a car sharing program, Zipcar type program that's really just getting underway as well. And we've also looked beyond that in a community-based effort to look at what we can do beyond the governmental arena by bringing together the community of stakeholders, whether it's the Chamber of Commerce, the faith organizations, the different nonprofit organizations, and ask them what can we do that will make a difference. And what they've come up with is the number 1 goal is to reduce vehicle miles traveled, and the number 1 approach is through education. We've just finished a Clear the Air challenge where we've reduced in 6 weeks 1 million VMTs. And we're encouraged to keep moving further in that regard. As a leader in climate change policy, we really believe that it's important that all levels of government work together. There are examples around the world where transportation has been done wonderfully well. I was in Vienna in the last 2 months where a third of the transportation is by transit, a third by vehicles, and a third by biking and walking. and it's a wonderful city to get around and a very livable community. We look forward to the federal action that will help us achieve what we want to accomplish as a community for improvements and for future generations. We invite you to look at what the U.S. Conference of Mayors has been done and working with you to accomplish what we need to do. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. And now, David Bragdon, President of the Portland Metro Council. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. I'm David Bragdon. I'm President of the popularly elected Metro